Governor Romney, a lot of the delegates here today had expressed somewhat lukewarm support for Senator McCain, whether it's Ron Paul supporters, whether they're originally supporters of you or Governor Huckabee. What does McCain, in your opinion, have to do to rev up the base, and what is at stake if he doesn't?
Well, I can't speak to the energy of certain delegates for certain candidates. There are differences between all of us who ran for president, but John McCain won, and he won fair and square, and we will all get behind him and support him and work for him. And on the big issues of the day, we agreed. That's why sometimes our debates were a little challenging, because we agreed on Iraq, and we agreed on how to strengthen our economy, and we agreed on energy, we agreed on health care. These were places where we had very similar views, and the differences will melt away, and the similarities bring us together. And I think what you're going to find is that as the Democrats choose their nominee, and presuming it's Barack Obama for purpose of discussion here, Republicans will recognize just how stark the choice is. And you're going to see Republicans active, working hard, and making sure that we get John McCain elected, because we believe in the principles he stands for, and we reject those that are espoused by Senator Obama.
Governor, on that call to get them to win your nominee.
Well, that's one of the reasons that Senator McCain asked me from time to time to give a speech to the states where I was successful, Maine and here in Colorado, Nevada, and was in Utah earlier this week, hosting a fundraiser there, and making sure that people who supported me know that even though I was my first choice, and I may have been their first choice, that my first choice today is John McCain, and that I want them to raise money for John McCain and to go to the polls and vote for him, but also to get their neighbors to vote for him. So I'm doing what, well, I think has been done in our party for many, many decades, and that is once our nominee is selected, we get behind him. Oh, sure, we'll talk about the differences we have, and can't we pull him this way or pull him that way, but fundamentally, he's the man we're counting on to make sure America stays free and strong.
Governor, you mentioned raising money. How do you catch up to the Democrats who are raising so much money in this campaign going forward in the fall?
It's great they're raising so much, because they've put in place a very expensive machine that's eating all the money they raise. And I don't have inside information as to how much each campaign has and how much each party has, but I did see some articles that said that the Republican Party and Senator McCain have more cash on hand than do Barack Obama and the Democratic Party. I don't want to verify those numbers, because I'm not sure they're right. You can look them up, but Senator McCain is raising the money that's needed for him to get his message out. And he's proven that he can win without spending the most money. I spent more than he did. He beat me. And he's proven it once, and he'll prove it again. Sure, Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, if she were the nominee, would probably outraise the Republicans. Maybe not. We're doing real well right now. But even if they do, Senator McCain's message will be successful, because his message will be carried on the internet, on radio, on TV, and in print, and the American people will make their choice not based on who has the most money, but who has the right ideas.
Governor, I mean, one of the things that you stick to that in the primary was that you had executive experience while McCain and others didn't. What do you say to your supporters who asked you because they wanted somebody who had experience leading a large organization, and now are worried that he doesn't have that?
Well, Senator McCain has a lot of executive and leadership experience, and particularly in comparison with Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. Senator McCain, as he pointed out during my campaign, was responsible for a squadron, took responsibility for leading in the military, and he's been in the United States Senate for some 25 years, playing various leadership roles on committees there. He has the experience of leadership. He didn't have the same private sector experience I had, but he had other experiences which he said were equally valid, and guess what? Voters agreed. And as you look at someone like Barack Obama, you find someone who didn't lead in the military, didn't lead in the private sector, and hasn't led in the public sector. And John McCain, in two of those three areas, has been a pronounced and defined leader, and I believe that his leadership will trump Barack Obama's rhetoric. I don't think Americans are looking for a good speaker. I think they're looking for a great leader.
Great. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you. Thank you very much.